Hello, welcome. Sorry, I'm doing a flashback here video. Um, I just realised on the same page they never done recording, like the talking end. So I'm just doing a flashback of that video. Going to do the talking end, just saying what I was up to, where I went. I have some footage from there, so that's going to be inserted in between. So basically on Thursday, 17th of March, going back 2 months. Went for a day trip on the ferry to Holyhead. Took the 20 past 8 ferry leaving Dublin and arrived at about 15 minutes, so 25 to 12. That's sorry. Also got breakfast on board, pre-booked breakfast. Supposed to be cheaper than buying on the ferry. Okay, at least different price. Year price and that. Basically went around shop. Once we got also on the team plans where to go for the ferry. We had a good half day, the afternoon, to go around Wales and that. Went to Balmoral Castle. Basically, I worked out routes, taking the buses. Got the X4 bus from it's definitely X4 or the 4 I think. Definitely think it's the X4. It's got from Holyhead to Clan Griffin. Just looking up the internet to make sure about the right interchange. And then from there we picked up the number 50 bus to Balmoral. On the first bus, which was run by Riva, the X4, I asked for bus tickets for the day that covers all buses on Anglesey Island. Instead, the bus driver sold me a day ticket that just worked for Riva buses. So I had to buy a return ticket on the Route 50, which is a different company. He said I should have got another bus. So, but different bus ticket. I'm not sure what one it is, but it's slightly there, which is what I was looking for in the first place. Basically, cover all buses on Anglesey to plan that to get the best money. Instead, I ended up with 2 different tickets. Also, before we went around the castle, we got some lunch. It was lunchtime, and the breakfast was ready enough. About 20 past 8. This is actually was being just looking back at the bus ticket. So bus time. Why did it say ticket there? I've been 12 minutes just after 2, 12 minutes past 2. If the times are still the same, which I reckon so. Also this thing, the ferry docks in Holyhead, but at the end of the day there's only one L in the word Holy. It's not really Holyhead, it's Holyhead. And especially when it's on Holy Island. So that's I can't get my head around. Whoever started calling it Holyhead, I don't know. When it started from that. It's definitely Holyhead is what I think, because it's Holy Island. Anglesey is kind of separate island. This is a causeway between with still water going through and two bridges. So it's still Holy Island is still a separate island. The council is Anglesey Council. Well, you wouldn't have a separate council for a small island like Holy Island. So that's the thing. I can understand that. Also, went into the local hotel to see what had tea, but they don't do sandwiches, so that was no good to us. Went off, gone to the cafe, which tea room, kind of small place. It was one that was featured on the Hey Bikers, one of their programs and that. So that was interesting, especially a nice place and that. Good nice sandwiches, reasonable price. and there's a group, I think Americans, that came in. Also, there wasn't a group of Americans, I think, that were on the ferry coming across. And so I wonder if it's the same group. I can't really picture it, like there's so many moving around. Don't know if it was, or part of the same group, shall we say. After lunch, they went to the castle, which actually, one thing about the castle, sorry, I'm hesitating there. I'll come back to you on that one thing about the castle, just in case actually different exhibition actually somewhere talking when it's separate. I'll have to check my visual footage on that first. Hey, I haven't checked the visual on that. Definitely didn't require voiceover. The one thing about the castle is it's a castle that was never completed. So it's not a ruin as such, it's just never been completed. Which meant that like there's gonna be another level in that. Where you walk up to the top in that. Looking down on that, you can see the floors. So it's never really fully complete. There was temporary structures in that where people stayed and that. Basically after exploring that castle, the unfinished castle, my mum was with me on the trip. So actually just checking for her where everyone's standing. Just in part of the footage, actually, you can just barely make out. She's so far away. It's very small. Nice. So that's about one of those fish in the castle. After that, looks around the town a little bit. Got an ice cream in an ice cream shop here, which is open. In fact, it'd been nice to kind of stay there in the town. Oh, it's a village. I'm not sure. Well, actually, no, it's bigger than village. It's town, actually. After that, we went to Spark, we then got the bus back to. Sorry, give me a sec with the area. Graffen, I think. Graffen. And then basically the bus left us at the same stop we've gone, number 50. We had to walk around the corner to pick up the X1 off the one-way streets and that. Wait for the X4. Go back to Hyatt in time, and then cut the Have ferry back. And basically that's the trip in a whole. The day trip. Going about 11:45 when the ferry docks and that. Also, it's a different ship than the one we came over on. Basically, have two ships going. The other one would have gone back in the afternoon. That's how we get the afternoon time to explore. On the whole, the boundaries of the day trip, where you can go in Wales when using public transport, probably will be the furthest east. You can go to Canada, Bangor, probably not much there. shops really don't know about things. Carnarvon, like you can get off a Bangor and they change to Carnarvon, and then you have Anglesey Holyhead. Clonbert would be possible, but transport bus times, unless they change actually since last time I checked. That's what you're up against there. Blindfest in York, you only get a half if you go up there. Also, if the face late, you you can't really go up. Time you get a bus, you'll be coming back down. Also, don't forget Conway actually. That's possible. Well, because in the near Clanders and it. In fact, what I've done one Christmas is I got off Clanders Junction, walked back to Clanders and went around the town for like a bit, got lunch, then picked up the bus, went to Clanders and then got the train back from there. So it was nice. At least had a good time. Well, basically it was Christmas shopping, kind of looking for something different than that. And it was done before I'd done these vlogs. Maybe I could do it again this Christmas. Maybe go a bit early. Time things on the internet. Especially Clanders and has market stalls one weekend. But that was before I went and Machelli. So that was one thing. I was a bit close to Christmas. Actually, the nice tale about that is basically it was the year I was upgrading my phone. It wasn't last Christmas before, so it'll be in 2014. A few days had a passport. Decided when I was being to her, still had my I left in the car. I said to Dad, take it, but he never done. And he was up in Cavan with the passport in the car. I was looking at the house the night before, couldn't find it, so I had to go. Basically, they look for ID coming off the ferry. Well, more checks and it's a lot more now. But I actually got it through okay. Well, at least I have my work ID, which they accepted and took a copy. Also saw my ticket was going back the same that night, so it's grand. Just a bit stopped. At least I remember that's the last time I asked my dad to bring the postpone. He never did, he never really listened. Well, forgets to. Actually, just want to check on this internet. Few fares. As a single child single. Okay, that's the only single fares available thing. Okay, just giving single fares. Only the day tickets. Okay, so that was basically the trip to also on the way back got dinner on the ferry. Oh, actually, in this scene with the ferry, unfortunately, they do 3 movies. I was transferring to, went up, sat, saw the beginning, was a good bit in, and then suddenly everything went dark, power went down for a few seconds and before coming back up. But unfortunately, the film didn't come back up. Just went to normal TV, and no one restarted. After watching that for a while, and realised actually the panel come back up, just went down. Actually, I noticed Hotel Transylvania 2 is now on Netflix. This is being recorded on the 28th of May, so I must get around to watching it actually. Bit late tonight, actually 2012. So I'm just going to finish this video off and edit and try and get it uploaded to YouTube.